We got Chef Giuseppe. He's liking the music. You need to have this in your kitchen. It's a hard rock.
I'm gonna tell you how it's supposed to be.
So there you go. Welcome to Chris and Mike Show. I'm Chris. He's Mike. This is Chef Giuseppe, and this is cool because you're the first person we've had on the show that is not a musician, is not a coach, is not a health nut, is not a I don't know. We've had everything but
Model.
somebody
actress.
like you on the show. We've had entrepreneurs, right? But not somebody who you've taken your love for food, right, and turned it into something more. Is that a good way to say that?
I'm gonna tell you something right now. So in
Okay, cool.
2019, I was in contention for a Grammy nomination for Best New Rock Artist. Got hit by a
Oh,
truck, had two
oh,
spinal
fuck.
surgeries, and my life went down the toilet. Yeah,
So back up
at
to
the height of my
there.
career.
Yeah, back that up, man. You
Back
can't
that
just
truck
drop
right
that.
up and start with what did you play? What kind of
Yeah, what was the name of the
obviously
band?
you were a rock artist. Like lay us some background for that. You
Yeah,
can't lead with
yeah.
that story.
Sure,
man.
sure,
Move on.
sure.
Yeah, what was the name of the band?
I was in a few. But it was the Grammy and content. I was in contention for a Grammy nomination in
Yes.
2019. So my name was on a ballot. Big Noise Records, the Hit Cartel, Al Gomes put me up, right? And it was for an album. It was a single on an album called Side Effects that was produced by OB, who's LL Cool J's godson, and he worked with a bunch of rappers. This was his first rap album or rock
Okay.
album. But I've written
Okay.
2,500 songs in 10 different genres since the age
Holy
of 15.
shit, dude.
Dude, you're right with us, man. I'd go down and
Yeah.
pull my lyric book out, but we'd be here all day.
Yeah, I got stacks and stacks, but yeah, I just got feeling back in my hands about a year,
Wow.
2 years ago.
What do you play? What's your main instrument?
Uh, Acoustic guitar,
Okay.
and sing. I'm a lead vocalist, but I can't do
That's
that
what I
anymore
was.
either.
Yeah.
They cut the surgeries. They had to cut through the front of my neck and move my vocal cords, and I just can't hang in it.
Wow, man. That sucks.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
find you on the
I
Google
listen.
machine, but I can't find you.
You know,
I
like,
like to share.
Joe
I like to
Gallagher,
share stuff.
Joe Gallagher
Joe
Jr.
Gal.
I was
Okay.
Joe Gallagher Jr. Yeah, that was my name. I also go by Joe Virgo, and then Atlas Star Records. I had a record company for a little while.
Okay. There we are. Okay. Because I like this. I like to share this stuff so people can recognize the fact that you're not talking out of your ass. You know. I mean, because I do it with all our guests though, because it's about showcasing you and what you do. So here's you type in Joe Gallagher Jr. on the Google machine, and this is what we get.
Yep,
All the stuff. So there's your songs.
yep.
You got it quite a. And so that was the album.
No, so the album Side
Okay.
Effects got taken down by the record label because I owed
Okay.
them $40,000. So they fronted me two
Bastards.
albums. Well,
Okay.
no, man. Listen, this is it. He was my best friend. I mean, still to
Yeah.
this day, we're great friends. But what happened was I got into that car accident, and
Right.
they fronted the albums, and we were thinking there was going to be a settlement. Because it
Sure.
wasn't my fault. I was rear-ended,
Right.
and that ended up taking 4 years to go to trial,
Wow.
and I didn't get a dime.
Wow.
So they shelved the whole project. Yeah.
That sucks.
So
I've been there,
all the
man.
music,
Same
all
thing
the
happened to me
all
in
the
1998.
really.
Yeah, luckily I didn't get disabled out of it. I ended up with two crushed discs in my neck. Chris has the same injury. My mom has the same injury. It didn't
Mm.
disable me, but it definitely changed my way of life. So I feel for you not being able to play, man.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm on the praise team at church now, and
Cool. Right on, man.
I could do small doses. Like 3 songs, and I'm hit.
Yeah.
So you can still play a guitar, you just can't
I
sing.
can. I can sing too, but again, my dexterity and stamina is just not there. I
Right.
get sharp pains, and I start losing feeling in my hands again, cramp
So
up.
what happened when you were in the accident? Like what was your physical injuries?
So I had my C6 and 7 fused and L4 5 fused.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was rear-ended at a red light. A guy was on a cell phone, hit me at like 55, 60 miles an hour.
Oh,
I was
that's a
on
little
the
crazy.
202 in Arizona and I got rear-ended by an asphalt truck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was looking at his
Yeah,
radio. He never hit the brakes, man. He pushed my trunk all the way
Yes,
into my back seat.
Yeah, same. That
Yeah.
sounds like yep.
Mine's boring. I was just born 2.5 months early and premature, so they pumped me full of steroids and shit and hoped that they could, keep me alive. And that caused my third and
Mm.
fourth vertebrae to fuse together, which then over time, the 5 and 6 weren't getting the proper fluid. So that's in 2014, I had the surgery, the little Peyton Manning surgery scar.
Yep. Yeah.
They
Yep.
they dremelled it down, took out one of the things, put a Lego screw in there, and you know, there you go.
Hey, we're bionic men, right?
Yes, yes,
Half robot,
exactly,
half robot.
exactly.
I just wussed out and I deal with the pain every day. So
right. It's okay. Somebody's got to be the tough guy.
Well, I got hooked on painkillers. So after
Me
that,
too.
I went down a really dark path, man.
Me too.
And got out of the hospital, and about 2 weeks later, I just started able to walk again, and I got into an altercation. Um, I drove a drunk guy home, being a good
Oh,
Samaritan.
yeah.
Get to his trailer park, and him and his roommate tried robbing me. I defended myself and got charged
Oh,
with attempted murder.
what the frick, man?
So you
Thus,
ended
thus
up
the
getting
from
charged
bars
with
to jars.
attempted murder.
Yeah,
Wow.
For
that was
trying to do a good
my first
thing?
arrest. Yeah, my first arrest.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, well, if you're gonna get arrested the first time, you might as well do it with some power, conviction, right? Like jaywalking,
No conviction.
that's not cool. Let's just go with attempted murder, because
Well,
It's a good starting point.
don't do anything
I mean,
half-assed.
I wish it sounded bad. I wish it was badass, but it wasn't. I was in survival mode, and
Yeah,
I mean, and I didn't get convicted because it
it was
wasn't.
bullshit. Yeah.
It was bullshit. Yeah, yeah.
How
Okay,
does that
so
end up
so
happening?
so
What did they do?
yeah.
Just railroad you?
So what happened was, so I'm getting robbed. They took my wallet, my keys, my phone, right? And just happened to have a 2-inch pocket knife on me. I never carried a weapon. I used to fight in the street. Like if I'm gonna fight, it's gonna be with my hands, and
Yeah.
but for some reason, something was telling me to have something when I went out to that bar that night.
Huh.
And I almost cut my whole finger off. My finger's dangling. There's blood
Wow.
everywhere. I cut him. I gave him a little paper cut on his arm. He didn't even press charges. But there's blood everywhere. I'm holding the knife. There's a guy stripped down naked. I lost the other guy. He went into another room, and that's why this all went down because I thought he was going to get a shotgun or something. So, I was holding the big guy down. And the cop showed up. I had the knife in my hand. There's blood everywhere. And
Okay.
I,
Understood.
Victim of
There you go.
circumstance.
yeah, yep, pretty much. Yep.
Damn, man, that sucks.
That's crazy. So did you get
It was rough.
so you got straight up arrested, everything booked,
Yeah, so I was had a $50,000 bond. I was in jail for like 10, 15 days, something like that. My father bonded
Oh,
me out. I promised on
thanks,
everything
Dad.
I'd never get in trouble again. I'd never drink again. And
Right.
within a month or two, I'm getting my first DUI,
Mm.
and then a reckless driving, then a hit and run, and then a DV2, which is what ended up bringing me to my knees and finally get me to surrender and just say, in the middle of the jail cell, drop to my knees, pray to God, hey, I can't do this anymore. I need help.
Yeah. So give us a little more insight as far as how old were you?
So when all this happened, I think I was like 37, maybe
Okay.
36, 37,
Okay.
Wow.
somewhere around there.
Okay. And this is post accident, post get rear-ended, where your life went down a spiral
Yeah,
there, and that's when you got hooked
yeah,
on the painkillers and stuff. And then so the
yeah,
painkillers
yeah.
all
I was
led
suicide.
to, yeah, yeah.
I was suicidal, man.
Oh yeah.
My identity, my whole life and identity was
Mm-hmm.
tied into being
Music,
a famous
right?
Yep.
music.
I sympathize, man.
Yeah,
We
we
went down
do.
the same path for sure.
We
Trust me.
did.
We're,
Wow.
you
It
have
comes
no
with the
idea how much
territory,
we're
right?
vibing right now, dude.
Yeah, it comes with the territory. Live fast, die young, rock star mentality. And that was me. And
Right.
then
Yeah,
I had to get stopped in my tracks. I was living too fast, and I was
yeah.
gonna die young if I didn't slow down.
But
Mm.
here's the funny thing. We were all on the right path until, at least in your and I's case, pharmaceutical companies got us addicted to drugs before we did that for ourselves. I learned that on
Mm,
this podcast. I had my timeline screwed up, right? As we
mm,
talked my journey through, I realized I became addicted to painkillers before I became addicted to anything. you know, we might smoke some pot before we went on stage. My drummer and I, Chris might have a shot and a beer, but we weren't hammered when we went up there. We wanted to enjoy it. We loved what we did, just like you're talking about. So it wasn't
Yeah.
like we were smashed going up there. We had a little buzz and we went and had a good time.
Oh, I was getting smashed when I was out there playing in the car in the bars and the clubs and everything. I was getting smashed. I mean, I don't remember half those nights. You know,
I
I
did a
was,
lot of that afterwards, but I never was in that shape on stage because I couldn't play drunk, right?
No, no,
I
I
wasn't
can-
one of those guys that could do that. I could smoke a joint and I'd be fine, but to down 7, 8 beers and go up on stage, my timing be all fucked up. And we prided
yeah.
ourselves on being tight. And I know there's guys that
professional,
can
yeah.
get up there and do that, but we just weren't. Back then, we weren't interested in doing that anyway. Like I said, we just wanted to maybe feel good for a couple minutes before we went on stage, take the edge off,
Sure.
and you know,
Yep.
maybe
Do your
afterwards.
thing.
These guys had women and wives and kids back in the day. I was single. I had a good time afterwards, but never during that moment.
I went home. I hung out for maybe a half an hour or so. Then I went home because we just I had a little girl and my wife, and my wife
Yeah.
and I are still together 31 years later, and
Wow.
it's just,
Congrats.
It is what it is. Thank you. And I didn't become an alcoholic till well after the music. I mean, it was well after, and that
Yeah.
was just a life cycle, which it's not about me. We're talking to you, but. And people have heard my story before, so it's all good. So you go from I'm going to be a rock star. I get nominated for a Grammy. I get rear-ended. My life is chaos. I get addicted to painkillers. Then I even go further down the rabbit hole because of depression, the suicide. Like I was supposed to be
Yeah.
this, and now I'm over here. And then you have the awakening while you're in jail. How long were you in jail?
I mean, I never stayed more than 10, 15 days. Like 15 days, I
Okay.
think is the most I ever
Okay.
spent. Yeah.
Okay.
But 5 different times.
Okay, 5 different
And
times,
at
right.
the end, and that last arrest, now they wanted to throw the book at me. Now
Right.
they've got sick of seeing me coming into the courtroom. So
Yeah.
this was it.
Yeah. So that was good. We had another guy on the show that he didn't get his awakening. Like he was smoking pot when he was 5 years old. Like, kid you not.
Yeah.
That was his first joint, and it took him until he was actually in prison. He was walking the yard one day, and he saw these group of convicts. I don't know what to call them. What do you call them, Mike?
They're convicts.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
like
convicts.
well, they were doing yoga. Was that it? Remember,
Yes.
Mike? I don't remember. I think it was
that was
yoga,
it, yeah.
meditating or something. And so he gravitated towards them, and that was the epiphany for him. It's like at that moment just changed his life, kind of like you dropped on your knees, So that's interesting. So you have that a moment, the awakening in prison, jail, whatever. You get out. So talk us through that. Like how do you dramatically? Because I know when I got sober, my biggest hurdle was my wife, because it's like, so drunk Chris couldn't be talked to, reasoned with. I'm always right. Like whatever. I'm fine. I don't have a problem.
Right.
So it took us a while.
Yeah.
I mean, we started within 3 months or so, kind of understanding sober Chris can be talked to, but it really took us a year kind of to work through all of that, the
Yeah.
chaos and stuff that I caused, into where
Sure.
we're back, normal. So with you having been arrested 5 times and really going down a dark, dark hole, what was it like when you came out that 5th time and the transition, and how did that evolve to who you are now?
Yeah, so the solicitor, was court ordering me to do meetings, recovery meetings.
Okay.
So I knew that was coming, but I also, I've been in and out of recovery, for since 2010. So this wasn't anything really new.
And what
but
year was
now it's
this?
This is 2024 is my sobriety date is March 5th, 2024.
Oh, a day after my birthday.
Hey, look at that.
Right on.
Yep.
Yeah.
My sobriety date's February 9th, 2005.
Okay.
So I got,
okay, right
I
on.
got a little time on you. Just a little time. You can catch me though.
Hey, we
You
all
can
just
catch
got
me,
today.
Joe.
We just got today. Yeah, we
That's
just
it.
got
Exactly.
today.
That's
it.
why I never
Win the
picked
day,
a day.
man. Win the
I don't
day.
know.
That's
I
it.
just
Okay, so
picked
cool.
a day,
So-
and I've
so
done the same thing ever
2024.
since.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yeah, so I couldn't even get a job at Walmart at this point, right? I couldn't,
Right.
nobody would hire me. Yeah, nobody would hire me. And I brought some spaghetti and meatballs and some eggplant parmesan to a meeting, and somebody was like, "Bro, this is the best sauce I've ever had. Why can't you just sell this?
Yeah.
Go to farmers markets, sell your sauce." So
Yeah.
I started looking into that industry, which I had no experience in, and I made a prototype, and June 1st, 2024, I was making my first sale at Piggly Wiggly. 6
Nice,
cases they
man.
ordered.
That's awesome.
So this is like recent too. This is cool.
Yeah, and that's a
Yeah,
big chain
yeah.
in the South.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
They're
Yeah.
huge.
yeah. Well, there's actually it's nationwide. There's 500 Piggly Wigglies nationwide, and
Yep.
they were the first. They were the first grocery chain. Like before Piggly
That's
Wiggly,
true.
you would bring your list to the grocer, and he would go get all your stuff and bring it out to your car. So they actually had the patent on the shopping carts and shopping lanes,
Sweet. That's
checkout
awesome.
lanes. Yeah.
Yeah. So whoops. So there's his classic Italian red sauce right there
Nice.
on his website, which
Yep.
is
Yep.
pastioli.com, which is if you see his hat, that's the
That's
website
it.
.com.
I like your
And for
packaging,
those of you
man.
that
That's
are
cool.
watching this on Twitch and YouTube, you can go there right now. If you want, click this button. There's an exclusive offer inside. So
That's
let's
right.
just talk about it. It's a classic Italian red sauce with a timeless blend of plum tomatoes, garlic, basil, and traditional Italian spices. His sauce evokes nostalgic memories of family gatherings and cherished meals. Crafted to perfection, the sauce captures the essence of authentic Italian flavors, creating a culinary experience that transports you to the heart of Italy with every single bite. Embrace the rich taste and aroma of our classic red sauce, specifically made to elevate your dishes to new heights of flavor and authenticity. Apastioli.com. How'd you like that, Joe?
That was good.
That
Hey,
was
man,
very nice.
I,
Bravo.
I need to record a commercial.
Hey, I'll
He'll
do a
do it.
commercial for you, man.
Hell yeah.
Radio. I've been on radio, so I'm used to doing that shit. But that's pretty cool. So
Thanks, man.
so your book. Let's talk about your book a little bit here. So obviously, well, let's stay on your sauce first. So is this a family thing? Obviously, you're Italian,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
My grandmother, my both
Okay.
my grandmothers were from Italy.
Okay.
But the grandmother I used to hang out with down in New Haven, uh, her house was in New Haven on Sunday. She'd be cooking. Every holiday, every weekend, we're doing something as a family together.
Yep. Yeah, my wife's family's from Sicily, so I understand the sauce thing, man. Believe me.
Yeah, my grandmother was Naples.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where, like my wife's grandparents came over and really barely spoke any English. And my wife was the first one in her family to actually graduate high school and go to college and graduate college.
Oh,
So
wow.
like legit, like we went to New York, I don't know, years ago but Ellis Island was shut down from something because we wanted to go look for the records, because they came through
Yep.
that way and we couldn't. So
Yeah.
totally respect the whole Italian side of things, and sauce is everything. So
Yeah. Yep.
that's cool.
And so I'm from New Haven, Connecticut, like I said, and then
Okay.
in 2014 I moved down to Charleston, South Carolina, where there isn't really authentic Italian down here. Um,
Good call, dude.
Yeah, good move.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep, it turned out to work in my favor. So in the grocery stores, we're the only South Carolina based tomato sauce manufacturer.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I think
Yep.
That's
people are
amazing.
finally realizing again that the mass-produced sauce is junk, right? I gave up on that probably
Right.
20 years ago, and I use all
Yeah.
authentic. There's no sugar, there's no. It's all, and I'll try your sauce for sure because
Yeah, so then we would never be caught dead with a jar of sauce in our house. We all made it. Every
Sure.
single one of my
Yeah.
family members makes it from scratch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this here is 6-7 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Only doing small batches. But because of the demand for the product so fast, I have to scale production. The only way to do that is get the machines, get the equipment, and start cranking them out that way. But so
But
I've
you're
been
still
interviewing a bunch of co-packers.
you're still doing it the way that it was meant to be done, right?
yeah,
Even though
I'm
you
not
maybe
saying
do-
that would be
yeah.
like what I would consider a boutique sauce at that point. Like,
Right.
I'm just.
Yeah. Yeah, but the gourmet.
I would say I'm more concerned about the ingredients because people don't realize when you're dumping ragu down your kid's throat, you're dumping sugar.
Oh no.
And
Yeah. Oh yeah.
a lot of people don't know that though. They're like, I'm giving him spaghetti. How bad could it be? Well, if you give them Prego or ragu or one of those mass-produced sauce, that's what I'm talking
Right.
about. More and
Yeah.
more
Oh yeah.
people are
And they're all
learning
bio.
natural ingredients are the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And you look closely on those labels; they're all bioengineered. It's not even
Mm-hmm.
real tomatoes.
Yeah, no, I saw that on one of them I clicked on the second picture was the label. Let's see if I can pull it up now.
Yeah, I want to try that one right there.
There you go. Roasted garlic, sweet onion.
Damn right.
Is that just boom in your face right there? Boom in your face. Like,
Yeah, it's
like
delicious.
Amarillo.
He's got one right there.
Amarillo. Oh, you got a label?
Yeah, bam.
He just held it up. There you go.
Okay, cool. Right on. I don't know if they can see that, but
I don't know either. But yeah, it's all natural. All natural. No,
That's
you know,
awesome.
no bullshit.
no bullshit, man. I love that. So
Yeah. So what was
have this-
happening? You know, I
Yeah.
was
Go ahead.
I had a commissary kitchen. 8 o'clock at night till 4 in the morning. I'm hand ladling sauce into 300 jars and putting the labels on by hand too. And at 15 stores, that was it. That was the glass ceiling from that location. So I actually shut it down and started calling all different kinds of factories and stuff to see who could do it and stay
Yeah.
true to the recipe and the process, which there weren't any. I wasn't having any luck. So that's when Apostoli Farms came to mind, and some nonprofit ideas. Because I was having recovering addicts come and help me and volunteering at
Oh,
the kitchen.
sweet.
So I wanted to. Yeah, so I wanted to build a farm, like a sanctuary where people could get second chances and find new purpose and come farm with us, and
That's
I
and
love
fantastic.
that. That's awesome,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, chills.
Absolutely.
That's fucking way to go, Joe. Way to go,
Thanks,
Joe.
bro.
And I love the from the bars to jars, a saucy redemption story. That's clever, man.
It is I like it too. Very clever.
That's really clever. I'm assuming you came up with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So what was happening while I was working at the commissary, a lot of times I was by myself, and I just started writing. I was going to write a book about how to get into food entrepreneurism, and get a product to market, But
Yeah.
what ended up happening was I'm trying to explain all this stuff, writing it down, and it's like, why don't I go back to the beginning? I've always said my life has been like a movie, So from the music industry stuff and all the shit that I was doing there, I got to play with some of the original members of the Wailers at
Nice.
like 17 years old.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I played at this place called the Acoustic Cafe in Connecticut. That's where John Mayer got his start. I played out in LA at the Whiskey A Go Go,
Nice.
opening for some of the members of Judas Priest, So I've been through, I've seen some shit being in the
Yeah.
music industry, but and then my testimony, my faith, without my faith and that moment in that jail cell, none of this would be happening. I should have been dead.
Right.
I
Yeah.
got kidnapped in the Bahamas, the attempted murder thing. It's like, and God was there the whole time, whether I wanted to believe it or not.
That's cool, man. So now you referenced something about writing a book about how to be a food entrepreneur. I think you should still do that because that's
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
I have no, legit, dude. I had this is so random. So I had a smoker and I used it once and I did it wrong. And so I smoked out my house. My wife now hates smoked foods. Okay. Totally get it. Right. So I put it on Facebook
Yeah.
Marketplace. Check this story out, Joe. So a guy comes and buys my smoker. And then I friended him on Facebook, and then a couple years later, it was his birthday, so I wished him a happy birthday because I have a Facebook birthday thing I do. And then he comes at me in a message, hey man, I just want to let you know that I should have him on the show. Hey man, I want to let you know that smoker you got me, I ended up turning that into commercial business. I'm like, what? So he started smoking jerky, calling it butt rubs, and now he's kind of doing what you're doing. He's trying to get into
I heard about
mainstream.
that company.
Right. That started because I sold him my smoker, man. And it was a stupid little $100 smoker, nothing exciting.
Wow.
Just this little
Wow,
smoker
wow.
that I think the kids got me from Home Depot.
That's
and I legit
crazy.
had it on my patio with the screen door open. And I'm smoking, man. And then I go inside, I'm just doing my thing. And my wife's like, you're smoking the house out. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh shit. I realized, so I shut the arcade door. I'm like, legit, swear to God, dude, she will not eat smoked food now if her life depended on it because I smoked the house. But just from that simple act of selling this thing for next to nothing, Dave
Yeah.
took it off to a whole new level.
Started
and
an
now he's
empire.
creating
Created a
his
business.
own jerky. Right. It's crazy.
That's
The
awesome.
little things. So
love
I
that
think you
story.
should still write that book. Because if
Absolutely.
you have from the bars to jars, the saucy redemption story, that gives you credibility right there. And so I think that would be a great little
Well,
how-to book in the world.
Well,
man.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. A few of these chapters, it's given the instruction manual. You know,
Okay, cool.
I tell people exactly how to do it. Yeah,
Awesome.
exactly what I did.
Right
Mhm.
on.
But there's a second book now too, which is fiction. So what happened was, I sent my after I published it. I rushed published it because, the stores were running out of product, so I needed to keep my brand alive in these stores. I didn't have another
Yep.
food product to put in there, so I published a book, self-published, and
Okay.
now I'm doing book signings and a book tour with Piggly Wiggly. Well,
Cool.
I sent the manuscript to Angel Studios, who did The Chosen.
Hmm.
Just rolled the dice, just random shot in the dark. And about a month later, they hit me back and were so inspired by the story. They says, "Hey, why don't you film a torch pilot? We want to see a torch pilot to submit it to our guild, and let's see this thing go to screen." So now there's a film adaptation, and so I'm looking into different producers, directors,
Cool.
writers, all that stuff. And while that's going on, I started writing a second book, which is a fictional continuation of From Bars to Jars. So this one's called The Harvest, which it starts as if we
Okay.
get the farm off the ground, a $15 million investment, but then all kinds of drama and shit happens. So now we're doing a TV series. I'm already talking with a bunch of different people, heavy hitters I can't mention,
Nice.
but so it's like Yellowstone meets Ozark meets The Chosen meets Shameless, kind of a
Nice.
you know family drama, spiritual, faith-based series. Yeah.
Very cool,
Very
man.
cool.
I like that.
And here I thought you were just a chef, man. Like you should open up this whole. You could do a different episode from every aspect of your life, Joe. And you were gonna bail today, and I reeled you back in.
Yeah,
And
thank
I
God,
got to
man.
hear a story about your smoker creating an empire. We've done 152 episodes now. I've never heard that story.
Well,
so
because it
that's-
never
that's
came up
awesome.
organically.
I know that's
This is-
awesome, though.
This conversation with Joe brought that back to life.
What made you not
Meant
want
to
to do
be,
it today,
man.
Joe?
It was
Talk
the
to me.
timing.
No, it
It was the
wasn't.
timing.
No, yeah, it was a time thing because I forgot that
Okay.
it was a 2 hour difference, and I had a meeting with the National Italian American Foundation. I'm doing an event and a custom fragrance for them, so I had to present it to the guest of honor for this event coming up in December. But no, they totally understood, and it all worked out, and here we are.
Yeah.
You're a busy
Well, and
dude,
he thought
man.
it was 9 a.m. too, which, because we talked, I don't know
Right,
how long ago. And then I think I poked at
months.
you last week as a reminder. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, so that's the thing. We've gotten to the point to where like now we're booking in December, and I actually slowed it down a bit because we were so far out for stuff. And I'm like, I got to slow it down a bit, but just for the sheer fact that, Mike and I got to breathe sometimes.
Well, and because of what he just
Bro.
said, literally some of these people we started contacting months ago, and now it's coming
Yeah.
up. It was summertime probably when you talked to him the first.
It was.
Yeah,
It was.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's awesome.
So
for
what
Yeah.
were
all
you
of
do-
Like,
what were
so
you-
when I took.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I talked to you that first time,
Yeah.
I had only been on maybe 2 or 3 podcasts at that point. Like the book
Okay.
just came out, just started getting some traction, and since
Cool.
then, man, I've been on like 35 different shows.
Right on.
Very cool.
That's cool.
awesome,
That's
Yeah.
very
man.
cool, man. So from a book standpoint, again, it's from bars to jars, a saucy redemption story, and you can go Amazon, all the online places, right?
Yeah, Barnes and Noble, or you could get it right from my site.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
And so you self-published that? You did it?
Yeah, yep. That book I
Okay.
self-published. The second book will
Cool.
be going through a different publisher.
Okay, that's cool. That's very cool. So you got some apparel,
Yeah,
right?
shirts and hats and stuff like that.
Yeah,
We need
Just
some
cool.
apparel, Chris Dunham.
What's that?
We need some apparel.
I know we got to get apparel, man. I know. Maybe we should talk to Joe after the show. And
I want
now, does
apparel.
your fragrance, does it smell like Italian sauce?
I had a feeling you were gonna ask that. Everybody,
Yeah.
no, the fragrance don't smell like garlic, and the sauce don't taste like perfume.
Okay. Because
But what it does do,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
positioning us as like a premium brand, a luxury lifestyle
Yeah.
brand. Like,
Absolutely.
you picture going to a fancy Italian dinner, you're getting dressed, you're spraying the,
Yep.
the cologne, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Then you get there and it's my sauce on the table.
Yeah. And then you have eight course meal, and then you can't get up from the table because you're in a food coma.
Then you got to leave in a stretcher.
Yeah. Right. But
That's
it's
all right
it's
once
all
in a
really
while.
good. Yeah, but it's all super good Italian food, so there's nothing wrong with that, man.
Hell no.
Premium. It's quality. That's what you're
That's
gonna get with a possibility. That's
that's
it.
fantastic, man.
Here would be my challenge to you. I'm allergic to dairy.
What's that?
So you would have to chef
okay.
me up some. Yeah, see, right away. I love it. I love people who can cook.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
cook.
yeah.
That's your
The
art
roasted
form.
garlic, the roasted garlic don't have doesn't have any dairy in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's hard to find quality. That's why I want to try your sauce. It's hard to find quality sauce that isn't, loaded with 3 kinds of cheese and
Yeah, right, right. And so my product line, the food products, there's actually 10 products. So you got the 4 sauces, like I got 3 marinaras, I got 1 pizza sauce, and I got 2 salsas, hippie dip and trippy dip. And then
Nice.
I've
You did
got 4
right on.
four marinated veggies for like doing like antipasto, like charcuterie boards. Everybody's going nuts for that kind of shit.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
banging bellas, cremini mushroom, red peppers, artichokes, and green olives.
It all sounds delicious.
Faith Food Fragrance Film. That's cool, dude.
That is cool.
Thank
Now
you.
I see you're
Thank you,
married.
yeah.
How long are you married?
I May 19th. No, sorry, May 11th.
Oh,
It
you're
was
gonna get
6
smacked when you
years.
get home.
Oh,
You're in
definitely.
trouble
She's
when you
listening.
get home.
She's listening right
So,
now. She might
hey-
be coming around the corner with a shotgun.
There
You
you
got
go.
it right.
So this is cool right here. So this is coming up, right? Wednesday, November 26th of
Yeah.
this year. Okay. So if you want to
Yeah.
go meet, Joe Gallagher, the author from Bars to Jars, there you go, right there, South Carolina, Johns Island, 12 to 3.
Yeah,
Is it a book signing?
Yeah, it's a book signing. It's weird. This is a clothing store. Jay McLaughlin, they've got about 180
Yeah.
stores, but they're like a boutique, high-end boutique. They're from New York, but their biggest location, their most successful location is down here on Kiowa Island where all the rich people hang out.
Of
And
course.
so, yeah, so I'm gonna have samples of sauce, signed books,
Cool.
samples of fragrance, the whole deal.
That'll be a fantastic day for you.
Yeah, yeah, it's exciting. They
So
bought me
what
an
is Low
outfit. They
Country?
gave me an outfit.
What is Low Country Lunatics, Joe?
That's my podcast. I've got
Oh,
a
right
podcast
on.
every Friday at 11. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, I just started that about 3 months ago. We've done 19 episodes. That's the latest episode. Sarah
Right on.
Bolden. I know she's going to be watching this thing. She's a Lyme disease
Hi, Sarah.
survivor, and she's been through hell and back. Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, hi,
She's
Sarah.
on my team.
Right on, dude. See,
I'll check it out for
grabbing-
sure. I'll put it
Yeah,
in my
I like-
playlist.
That's why I like the social media stuff, because I can share your story while we're having a conversation.
I love how you're doing this, man. I'm taking notes
Thank you.
now. This is the way to do it. Share the screen.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah, it's just-
this turned into the same thing as the band. I had one vision of what the band was going to be, and then when the other 3 members joined, I was smart enough to allow them to have an opinion, and it became something else, right? So the same thing happened here.
Yeah.
I had a vision of what I thought this was going to be, and it organically morphed into this, and it's so much fun. Like, just giving you an opportunity to tell what you do. Like he said, we would have thought you were just a chef, and if we were a couple
Yeah.
assholes, we would have only asked questions about food, right?
Which is why we don't do pre-interview stuff, which is why we don't
I
ask
love that,
questions,
yeah.
because then you
Yeah.
don't learn this stuff. And the fact that, like, legit, everybody who watches the shows and follows us now understands this is real and raw in the moment. We don't
Real time.
That's
Yeah,
one
we
thing
don't
him and I
pre-interview, we don't-
agreed on
Yeah.
100%. We knew that we wanted it to just be a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
And this is better
right.
better than your ex right there.
I like that.
Okay, that's a little gangster.
That's my wife.
Right on, dude.
Snoop
We'll
Dogg.
just leave that there for a while.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna kill you guys.
I know she is. That's why I left it there. Is this Halloween?
That's Halloween, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
right
Awesome. I
on.
love
And
it.
who's she pretending to be?
Snoop.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say Snoop, but I didn't want to
Snoop-a-loop.
step on the toe, man. I didn't.
Yeah, no.
Snoop. We gotta get Snoop Dogg on the show, Mike. That would be outstanding.
You make that happen.
I know.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you what, guys. So my graphic designer, the guy that did that logo right there, is Jason Hutton. Look him up. He does
Great
all
logo.
of Snoop Dogg's. Does all of Snoop Dogg's merch, 50 cents merch. Yeah, I met him
Wow.
from back in the music industry. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow, that is a great logo.
Yeah.
Kudos.
The
Thank you.
apostoli one, right?
Yes,
I like
Yeah.
this picture.
Yeah,
I like
he-
that picture.
I do too.
I like artsy things. If that,
Me
I don't
too.
I wouldn't say cheesy, but I like that kind of stuff. It's cool. Oh, there it is again. Celebrate the season, boys and girls. Go meet Joe and taste his stuff. Taste his sauce. Buy his book. He'll sign it for you. So Reagan, are you a Reagan fan, or where'd you come up with the name Reagan number 4?
No, I sponsored the third annual Reagan Gala, which is the South Carolina Republican Party. Yep, and so
Gotcha.
I was for their silent auction. I created 2 signature scents just for the event, and so
Right
this was one of the products. Yeah,
that's
Does
so
it smell like
cool,
Ronald
man.
Reagan?
I don't know. I hope
I
not,
don't
because
either.
isn't
I
he
don't-
dead?
So this your buddy Jason Hutton did this
Hold on.
logo? Okay.
Before
sorry,
you
Mike,
get
go
too
ahead.
far, no, don't be sorry.
J-
Okay.
Before you get too far away from the perfume and cologne, how did you get into that? How does somebody go from being a chef, a musician, and all of a sudden they decide that they know? Where did that come from? We've never discussed that, and it's been bothering me ever since we talked about it.
You know what? I'm glad you asked, Mike. So, way back when I had worked for a distillery, then I started a startup distillery in Alabama. I got 10 moonshines out into the market. Got them approved, created
I
the
love me
formulas,
some
did
moonshine.
the labeling and all that stuff. But what I learned there is that during COVID, a lot of distilleries switched their production to hand sanitizer. They could have done hand sanitizer, and they also could have done perfume, because the biggest ingredient in perfume is ethanol, and ethanol is a byproduct of, that's not what's going into your bottles of liquor, but it's actually the waste,
Okay.
the stuff that comes out really hot, you know what I mean?
Yep.
When they run those
Yeah, I watch Moonshiners,
stills.
man.
So
Yep.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the oils and stuff, that's a whole nother process. I had to research that. It's pretty intense. Like I'm extracting the oils from woods and flower petals and stuff like that, and blocks of coconut oil, and then
Wow.
doing what they call enfleurage, which you heat it up in the ethanol, and it's
See, I
it's
find that
quite a
kind of shit
process.
fascinating, dude. I'm
Yeah.
one of these people that once I know that, I mean, I've watched so many documentaries on that kind of stuff that now that you explained it that way, I understand exactly what you're doing. But until then, I'm like, how's a guy? I'm trying to put the puzzle pieces together, That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and it's there's a science to it for sure, but there's also an art to it, because people will come to me and it's like, hey, could you make something that smells like Arabian and mystical? They're giving me like emotionals. Could you make something that smells like hope? I'm like, well, what the fuck does hope smell like? I don't know. But then I gotta put myself in the zone and then just start mixing some shit together, and
Now, does this same guy do all your packaging and
No. So he was my mentor. I started
Okay.
doing all my own packaging. So
dude,
I'll call him
your
on special
presentation is
occasions.
amazing. So kudos.
Yeah, it is.
Thank
I
you, bro.
love
Thank
all.
you.
I went to
Oh,
school
there
for
it
graphic
is.
arts.
There it
so
is.
I appreciate
My
that.
mugshot. My mugshot.
There's
That's
the
the
mu-
attempt
there's
to
the
murder
mugshot.
night.
That's
That's our first
yeah,
mugshot for real on the podcast.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry you had to
Well,
go through
Looks
that.
like a totally different guy. I don't even recognize that guy.
right.
I love
That's
to
the
hear
cool thing
that.
about life, man.
Yes.
That's the best thing about life. You can make the decision to change, and you can change.
You
Like,
can,
people
and nobody's
just
too
get
far
pi-
gone,
yeah.
man.
No, people
Nope.
just think you're pigeonholed and you're just stuck. You don't
Look
have
at
to
what
be
you've
stuck.
done since then, man.
Yeah.
I'm blown away at like your
Yeah.
marketing and your packaging
It's
and
amazing.
your logos and everything is just very professional. I love it.
That's the
that's
moonshiner I was
amazing.
telling you about.
Yeah,
Johnny
man.
Griffiths.
Sweet.
He was,
Right
hey, if you
on.
want him on your show, if you want, he's a good
Love
friend
it.
of
We would
mine.
love to.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's
see,
get a moonshiner. Make that happen, Joe. That'd be fantastic.
okay.
That'd be
I'll
awesome.
text you. He'll be thrilled.
Get in touch with Chris.
Cool.
We'll be thrilled.
Yeah,
That'll
Yeah.
be fantastic.
Yeah.
that'll be awesome.
I tried to have him on my show, but his internet connection, 5 times we tried to record his interview.
Yeah. We've been
We've
Didn't
run
happen.
into
Couldn't
that
get
too,
it.
dude.
Well, and I think there was something spiritual going on, because he's trying to blow the whistle on somebody that was doing some crooked shit, or
Oh.
something. I can't even remember, but and for some reason the episode never got out.
really.
Well, we'll give it a shot
Yeah.
because we would love to talk to a moonshiner for sure. I watched the show just like Chris did. I'm fascinated
Yeah,
with that kind
yeah.
of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we
so
had
him-
we had a
him,
we had.
Jim-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
him, Jimbo Bray. They're partners, and they won
Okay.
one show. He won the other show. So yeah.
Right on. Yeah, we had a guy on not too long ago, Dwayne Parker, a country singer. Guy's amazing.
Yes.
He was actually singing. He did the show live in the Appalachian Mountains, and so we asked him about moonshine. He's like, "Oh yeah, like he made moonshine since he was, little kid. Like it's like right on."
His
Right
music,
on.
Joe, is that
Yeah.
authentic outlaw country that Waylon
I
and
love
Willie
it.
started 100 years ago. He's
Yeah.
still doing it. He played a live session one day, and
Yep.
kudos to
Yep.
Dwayne. I fucking cried at one of the songs he played. He just knows how to capture your emotions.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
wrote
says,
a
"I'm
song
not the
called-
I love
best
that
singer,
type
I'm
of
not
music.
the best guitar player, but I know what a good song
Right.
is," right?
Right, and he played for us live. My truck's on crack, dude. It was the most fun we had on the show.
I
I
laughed so
kid you
hard.
not. We were rolling, man. We were just rolling. It was crazy.
My truck's on crack. I love
Crack.
that.
And the
Yeah,
lyrics were
It's-
perfect for the title.
Yeah. Yep, that's a good one. I like that, Joe.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, what's up with the Braves and Yankee hats? Which is it, man? Braves or Yankees?
Neither.
Okay.
I got 40. I got 40 hats. I've got 40 hats. It depends on what I'm
Okay.
wearing. Whatever.
Yeah.
you
I
know.
like that answer.
That's why I just got this hat yesterday. So now there's
Okay.
no more confusion.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
it was annoying, man. Like I'm depending on what kind of hat, what team hat I'm wearing, I'm getting all kinds of questions. Oh, did you see the game last night?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'll
No.
make you a deal, Joe. I've been wearing the same Bears hat for 151 or 2 episodes. If you send me one of those hats, I'll wear it once in a while to change things up.
oh,
So
really? Okay.
There's my-
okay.
there's my pitch to you.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I said? When people ask me that, I'm like, listen, when one of those teams wants me to endorse them, I'll throw out all the other ones.
Yeah.
Pay me.
You know, my answer is just like your answer to Chris. This hat fits me better than any hat that I own, so that's why I wear it. But I would be happy to wear
Yeah.
yours because you're a cool dude. So
Oh man, I appreciate that.
no,
I need more walking billboards.
I think Chris said it way more eloquently earlier, or maybe you said it. I've been through some shit, right? I think you said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've been there too. I understand
Survivors.
how dark you've been, what kind of mindset you were in. Chris
Hopeless,
understands
hopeless.
that. Yeah, all three of
Yep.
us have that
Yep.
in common. And to come out the other side and to watch him scroll through what he likes to call your life resume is outstanding, man. It
Yeah.
just it gives me goosebumps to think, you
Thank you.
became a chef, you became a marketer, you became a perfume maker. it's outstanding.
Yeah. What is that one thing that Kramer said about remember when he came up with the beach, the episode of the beach?
Yes.
A fragrance. What was it? A fragrance? The hell was it?
Sex on
man?
the beach?
Yeah, but no, it was the ocean. But he wanted to
The
be a
ocean.
fragrance. He was pissed off because Calvin Klein ran without giving him his due, and he's like, I could have been a fragrance something mogul or something like
Mogul.
that. I forget
That
what
was it. I could have been a fragrance mogul.
Yeah. Now we need to come up with some Chris and Mike cologne, Mike.
Hey, if you
We're gonna
figure
have
out
to
how
have
make
Joe
cologne,
mentor us.
Yes, you can put my name on it. I think.
Listen,
that-
I do private labeling too. So you tell me what you want. I could get you
See,
I can
there
get you
you go.
something.
I just texted you both so you have each other's number. Ooh, look at that tasty dish,
Sweet.
dude. It's been so long
Yep.
since we've had
Fresh
authentic
basil.
pasta. Oh, I can taste it just looking at the
Well,
picture.
y'all are out in Arizona, right?
Arizona, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm in
they don't
Arizona.
have
Mike's
too
in
much,
Pontiac, Illinois.
do they have Italian restaurants out there?
They do, but the one Sammy the Bull that he owned for a while.
Oh, okay.
It's called Uncle Sal's. That's pretty legit, like pretty authentic, because Sammy the Bull.
Okay. Yeah, you're
But
right.
it's I mean, it's just my wife makes her sauce is amazing. Like it's legit. Like I never liked sauce for years because when I was a kid I had an incident at an Italian restaurant where I threw up after eating the sauce, and then it puts a bad
Oh, yeah.
taste in your mouth, right?
Oh yeah.
But so she
Sure.
made sauce. And then it's just like, okay, that's
You're not
It's-
making me sick.
No, and it's amazing because it's you know how to make sauce. You're Italian. It's the whole love and the team and the slow
Yeah, you put your soul
all
in
day
it. Yep, the slow
all
cooking.
day process. Yeah, that's a
We
cool
would we
picture
would
too,
start
right
we
here,
would
man.
start us. Thanks, man. Yeah, we would start a sauce at like 8 in the morning, and we
Right.
wouldn't be eating until 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You know,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
it's a process.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And then
Gotta
you're
soak
tasting
in
it.
the
Oh,
love.
there you go on the shelves.
That's
Yeah, that's the whole lineup. That's everything.
I'm
That's
just
fantastic.
fascinated, like he said earlier, at how fast this happened for you, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
you had a vision, you put it to motion, and bam.
Bam.
Yeah. Now
Oh, and there it
there's a
is.
lot of
And there's the
AI.
farm.
No, well, it's an AI thing. You know,
Well,
I
yeah, but
use
still.
AI here and there,
Yeah. Well,
but
who
yeah,
But the
doesn't,
the
man?
vision
farm.
is there, and we've already seen you make some
You
visions
you
happen.
get
So I believe that
yeah.
vision too.
Yeah.
Me too, man. I just had some calls this week with a billionaire who is probably going to fund this thing. So
Sweet.
I hope that happens for you, man, because your
thank
idea
you.
of what you want to do is just so awesome. It could help so many people stay on the right
Definitely.
path and, move forward and do things productive like you did, like I did, like Chris did. We became
like
Yeah.
that.
productive members of society, as I like to say. We're paying our taxes,
Right.
we're doing the right thing, we're not in jail.
Yeah.
I like
Being an
this,
outlaw
Joe.
isn't sustainable.
No,
Thank
but I
you.
like
You
this
can be an
Italian
outlaw
American
without
roots
being
meet
in jail.
redemption.
Sorry.
Right. Right. No, we had that band on. What Gibson and Company? They're outlaws, but it's outlaw music, right?
You're doing it in your own way, man. Now you're an
Yeah.
outlaw of the pasta business, right?
Exactly.
You're
Dude,
an
look at that
outlaw of
pizza.
the
Right.
cologne business, the perfume business. You're an outlaw
Yes. Yep.
speaking out for what you believe in. I love that,
Yep.
man. That's what we're looking for is people who are real.
Real, raw,
Thank you,
and
bro.
relevant.
Relevant.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy?
I don't know that guy.
Very dapper.
I told AI to put me give me some hair because
Yeah.
as you can see.
Yeah, we're all in the same boat, brother. We can make
cool,
fun
right?
of bald people because we're bald.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this one on our Facebook page.
What's Costanza say? These are the remnants of a once great civilization or something.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And mine was a once great civilization, I must say.
Yep. Forget about it. I was waiting for that. That's why I was searching for this. Like somewhere there's got to be this full blown, something. And so there it is. There it is.
That's it.
One of the,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the greatest movies of all time.
Definitely. Actually, the guy that is helping me get this investment, right? Jamie Traciotti, he owns a company called Goodfellas Business Services, and
right on.
he's friends with a few of the guys that were in that movie.
Cool.
He's
That's a
got
great
autographs with Paulie Sorvino.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, right on.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Paulie was in Sopranos too.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, this is awesome, man. If you ever need a guest,
Yeah,
on
a
your
lot of stuff.
podcast, reach out.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Either one of us be happy to do it, or both of us together, or
no,
however you want.
I want a story behind this.
That's awesome.
I don't even know what that. I was helping a friend trying to sell some shit.
I'm just messing with you, man.
I want that.
It's gone. It's gone.
Ah, shit.
It's so quick.
Yeah. Is that real or is that AI?
That's AI.
Okay, that's crazy, man. I do AI stuff too. It's
It looks
insane,
real.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting freaky, man.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Is
be
that what you look like when you were in the rock and roll day?
Yeah, I had the red
Okay.
mohawk. That's when my hair
Okay.
started falling out. Because you got to strip your hair, right? Strip it, bleach it, and it wasn't long after. Yeah, 28 years old, I started losing my hair.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was the same age, dude. The
Really?
tub started getting a little more full at the bottom every time I took a shower. Yeah, same age. By the time I was
Yep.
32, I should have given it up then, but I hung on a little longer.
Okay, so here's your coming soon to Netflix plug. So it's the whole thing's gonna be wrapped around the book from bars to jars.
Yeah, so it's
Okay, cool.
the first season. The first season is based on it's all based on the true story because there's elements
Sure.
of the second season that come
Yeah.
from the first book. But yeah,
Okay.
it's the first and second books. But and Netflix is we're not locked in on that yet. I just put that
Right.
out there to start manifesting. But we're
Well,
talking
that's
to we're talking to networks. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Right on. Right on. Who dat?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's Chef Rappy. He's the Puerto Rican hippie.
oh, right on, right on.
Yeah, yeah. He's not a chef either. But
Okay,
see that
okay.
jar of salsa? The jar of
Yeah,
salsa. So it's the Puerto Rican hippie dip. Basically, what I did,
that
it's
one.
bruschetta.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
bruschetta.
really?
Take
Yeah.
out the basil and put
Okay.
in cilantro and jalapeno. There's your recipe.
Ah,
All
right
right.
on.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Very cool. So that is all of Joe's stuff, man, right there on the Facebook page. That's awesome. That's fantastic. So what's on the
Thanks, bro.
horizon for you, Joe?
Uh, the screenplay, writing the screenplay, continue with that, and then I've got some events coming up, some collaborations with different designers
Okay.
in the fashion world. We're doing
Cool.
collaborations on fragrances, some events coming up down in Florida, and I'm supposed to go speak at the Rochester Cathedral
Hmm.
in the UK in February.
Nice. Like a testimony type
Yeah,
thing? Cool.
yeah, hmm,
Right on, man. That's awesome.
yep.
So
Just taking it as it comes, man.
that's fantastic. We need to have you come back on next year when you kind of get some more traction on the things you're doing so we can help you get that
Sure.
stuff out there for sure. And then you and Mike can
Yeah,
talk
man.
about creating a fragrance.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down, man.
That would be cool.
Definitely.
We had a guy who makes guitars for he made a guitar for Peter Klett from Candlebox and a couple of guys from Everclear. He's making Mike a guitar now. Monkey House
Oh
Guitars. What
wow.
up? So yeah,
Oh
he's got
yeah.
What
Mike's
up,
gonna get a
Mike?
custom
Shout out.
custom guitar made. So,
That's awesome.
and then
It would
we
be cool
yeah,
to have a
yeah.
custom cologne too.
Right, right.
You got to get some cool shit out of putting forth all this effort to do this
It's
podcast, right?
Oh yeah.
listen, you need a consumable product. You need merchandise, you know, it's that
Yeah,
way,
we do.
you know,
We're gonna make that happen.
because
Too.
streaming, you know, it's to monetize your content. It
Hmm.
takes a long time and a hell of a lot of listeners, you know,
Yeah,
millions
yeah,
to really to
yeah,
start living
yeah.
off of
And
that
we're
income.
doing, yeah, and we're doing everything organically. So like since March, we've grown, over 200,000 views. But I put content on the YouTube page 3 times a day. Mike does content on the
Yeah,
Instagram page.
constantly. Hmm.
I mean that itself is and the dynamic's cool because it's 2,100 subscribers and over 200,000 views. So the numbers are legit. It's not that, oh, I have 1 million subscribers but only 3,000 views.
Right.
Hey, there's something wrong there, man. And we
Exactly.
get hit
Yeah.
up with that all the time. Like, I can make you grow. I'm like, no, I don't want to
No.
buy. I
No.
don't want to buy people. I want it to be real because
Authentic.
then
Yeah,
it's
real. Yep.
real, right?
And it's a
Because
cool
you-
story
Yeah.
to tell, man, because we literally started, it was him and I with a 2-second delay from Illinois to Arizona, and he dealt with it like a trooper for 50 episodes. To the talking to you, who's someone who's, turned their life around one moment to having jars of spaghetti sauce on the Piggly Wiggly shelves in the matter of like a couple of years. It's just
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah, not even.
Not
It
even a
took
couple
so
of years.
within 6 months, I outgrew my production capacity, and then I started getting calls from Food Lion. They've got 1,300 stores. Publix 1,300 stores. You know,
Nice.
I've got approved for Walmart. I'm in their system too now, and I'm just
Ooh.
waiting. Yeah,
Very cool.
So
man.
let me ask you this, and you don't have to answer the question if it's too personal. Like, okay, so say you sell a jar, say for $10, right? A jar of your sauce, and then Walmart takes it, puts it on their shelves for $10. So how much of that $10 do you see?
you know. So what? No, I have my production costs, my
Oh, right,
cogs, which
This
and
is the
then
Shark Tank question.
right.
What's
I
your
mark it
landed
up.
Tank
cost?
question.
Yeah, I'm not going to give up exact numbers, but I mark it
No,
up
I
to
don't.
the
Yeah,
distributor, the
yeah.
middleman, right? Or the
Hmm.
store, the retailer, and then they mark it up. They got to make a certain percentage to the end
Sure.
user. So when my product lands on the shelf at $9.99, everybody's eating. Let's just put it that way.
Got it. Okay,
Awesome.
cool. Well, yeah, because with music, like Snoop Dogg was famous for one of his songs hit a million downloads, and he
A
made 40
billion.
grand off that. A billion,
Yeah.
1 billion with a B, and he
He
made
made
40 grand.
36,000. Yeah.
Right. So
Listen,
that's so I know it's a percentage thing, right? So I didn't want you to give up the entire thing, but like, hey, if
yeah.
like I've had
Here,
that conversation with the butt rub guy. And I know the answer to him, but I was just wondering if it's got to be kind of the same thing because obviously it's got to.
They're
be,
looking.
It's,
You're looking for a percentage on your margin,
Yeah.
right? We want to
right
make
because you have to make money. They
on-
have to make money. I
Absolutely.
get all that. for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've sold 7,038 jars in 6 months, which equals about $48,000, right? But that was my break even. I put
Right.
that much money into making that happen, and that's
Sure.
at 15 stores. So it's a volume game, it's high
Sure.
volume, low margins. Whereas
Yeah.
on the perfume, the margins are a lot higher, so you don't have to sell as many of them to make the same money.
Right on.
Sure.
Cool. That's cool.
That's
so
a
I want
great
to let me know when you come out
explanation
with
for
with a pasta sauce perfume because then I'll put it behind my ear and see if my wife wants to nibble on it.
Sorry.
Hey, I might do a commercial. I might do a commercial like that, spraying sauce all over my face or some shit.
And that would get people's attention, man.
It sure would. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sure would.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So if you want to find Joe, you just go to pastioli.com. You can also find him on Facebook at Joe Gallagher Jr. He's also on Instagram. Let me pull up your Instagram. I had it a minute ago. Just so I can share that so people can see you on the Instagram.
Yeah, I've got 3 different Instagrams, 3 different Facebooks.
This
Apostioli, Low
one
Country
comes
Lunatics.
yeah. This one's coming right off your website.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
we're not following. There we go. Following. So
Hey,
there's
look at
there's
that.
his Instagram page.
I'll go follow you
All
from
the
the
fun-
podcast page too.
Yeah. Yeah, and all the different hats. So if you see him wearing a Yankees hat, definitely talk to him about the Yankees because he's a huge Yankee fan and a Rays fan.
He loves to talk baseball and Georgia football.
Right,
Fuck
right.
you,
He's
Chris.
all
Fuck
about.
you, Mike.
Yeah, he'll entertain you for hours.
I'll blow my brains out if somebody starts talking to me about fucking
You
baseball.
talk to him
Yeah.
about a pasta Zoli. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And go buy his
There you
book
go.
From Bars to Jars.
Yeah, Bars to
Bars to
Jars,
Jars.
a saucy redemption story. Joe Gallagher Jr. You can find him on all the social media things. Go check him out. Go buy his book.
Dude,
If
this
you're in
has been a
South Carolina,
blast,
you
man.
can go meet and greets and all that kind of jazz. So, dude, what an amazing
yeah.
life resume, dude. An amazing life resume. And here I thought you're just a guy who is a chef and wrote a book. So you completely just, but again, that's why we do it how we do it because
Yeah,
it's
that's
just-
what made
it's
this
more,
so much fun too.
Yeah, because we learned so much about you in just
I
an
appreciate you
hour's
guys,
time.
man.
And your life, dude. Just what
I
a
know.
We
solid
appreciate
life.
you, brother.
Yeah, and now you're married. You got a business. You're gonna go into the boob tube and have a TV show going on. Maybe that's gonna launch you into big screen and stuff. That's outstanding, man. Fucking
Yep,
outstanding.
there's no
Good for
telling.
you.
Hey,
And just
Yeah.
to
Thanks,
put this
bro.
into
Thank you.
perspective for you, the reason that we do this way is Chris and I we've already paid for all this, right? Him and I could talk to each other till the cows come home. It was
Yeah.
fun for a while, and we've done so much of what we're doing right now that I agree with what he said. It's time to, maybe have a couple episodes for ourselves again. That's how far we've become from that, right? But
Yeah.
this is so much fun, man. I don't think either one of us realized what it was going to become and how much fun it's become to.
Yeah, 28 countries now.
Yeah.
28 countries. Like that's
Wow,
just
wow.
mind-boggling to me. 28
And the
countries.
numbers are starting
Yeah,
to,
no.
like you said, with your, it's a numbers game, right? It's the same thing with doing this. We started out,
Yeah.
nobody was watching, nobody cared. We'd get 2 or 3 views, and it was great. Hey, somebody watched it,
Yeah.
didn't say
Yeah.
no views, right?
right?
To
right.
the point where the other day, for some reason, we had a huge spike where somebody found it in the Matrix, right? And
Mm-hmm.
a new 128 people found it, right? And about 46% of them signed up. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
it's
Chris
good.
said, we
It's
went
really good.
from
It's encouraging.
2,000 to 2,100 almost overnight.
Yeah.
It's
And-
just
and
weird.
doing-
You fall into these
yeah.
little algorithms that just work.
Yep.
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 So it's cool. Joe, you're a superhuman, man. Great life resume. Thank you so much for giving us your time because time is valuable. We appreciate that.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate you
Yeah.
for having me. Thank you for the opportunity.
absolutely. So we always wrap up like this, and don't leave when we're done, because once we stop the show, we're going to give you some more details. So if you are feeling suicidal, depressed, don't do it. Go scream in a pillow. Go journal. Go outside for a run. Go work out. Somebody will miss you. Somebody does love you. So the only way tomorrow is better is if you wake up in it. If you can't find somebody to talk to, text 988, because they are standing there right now waiting to talk to you, to help you come off that ledge and help you work through whatever struggles you're working through. I'm Chris. He's Mike. This is Chris and Mike Show. This is Joe Gallagher, Chef Giuseppe.
Thanks again, Joe.
Super life resume. Go check him out. Go Gallagher. Joe Gallagher. Oh my gosh.
Joe Gallagher.
Joe Gallagher Jr.com or apostoli.com. You'll find him. Just looking forward to talking to you again, man. I wish you all the best with everything that you're doing.
Thank you. God bless everybody. God
Complete
bless. Thank
turnaround.
you.
You too, brother.
Complete turnaround, man. Fantastic. Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Take care.
Peace.
Peace.